So the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is where the Kapila Gita comes from, says the following: because of his forgetfulness, the transcendental living entity accepts the influence of material energy as his field of activities, and thus actuated, he wrongly applies the activities to himself. That's from the Srimad Bhagavatam 3.26.6. And that's the misconception, that's kind of what we're doing wrong. We mistakenly think that we are the doer of the things that are happening around us. That's generally what we're doing throughout the day. We're kind of like picturing all the things we want to get done, all the results we want to achieve, and then imagining how I'm going to be the cause of that particular result. So I want to make a meal later on today. I'm going to go in the kitchen, I'll get the pot, I'll get the ingredients, I'll mix it all around with a spoon, and put it on the fire, and then boom, dinner time. But the functionality of my own body to be able to move and perceive things around me, the fire, the utensils, the process of cooking itself, I didn't produce any of these things. None of these came from me. I didn't consciously create them. They're just there. They just exist in the kitchen. They're just conveniently happening. I am just the instrument of them coming together, not the actual doer or the creator of them. In other words, as Bhagavad Gita says, I consider myself to be the doer of activities which are actually carried out by material nature. I did something in the past, I'll also do it in the future. Time creates this illusion of false ego. It kind of reinforces the false ego to help us to think that I'm actually doing everything. Time is intimately connected with false ego, with our false sense of self, because it creates an illusion that we're actually doing things. I've done things in the past, I'll do things in the future. I am the creator of activities and their results. But that's just an illusion created by time. But actually, I'm just a witness. I'm just a soul. Just a soul. I am a soul, and we don't need to accomplish something big in this world. That's a relief. That can bring a lot of peace, just remembering that fact. Okay, so I'm not the cause. The next question would be, what is the cause? Who is the cause? How did this all happen? How did it come into place? Well, the Vedic perspective, Vedic meaning this ancient tradition where the knowledge is coming from, the Vedic perspective is that this life is a reflection, like a mirror reflects what's put in front of it, and we're in that reflection right now. The forms, memories, relationships, all the things that happen, these things are just a meager reflection of reality. Everything that exists here exists there, but there's a difference. This is temporary. The reflection is temporary. This isn't where I'm supposed to be, and that's why it feels so uncomfortable to be here. I struggle to make money, but I have to commute to get to my job. I hate everything. It's raining, people disappoint me, there's heartbreak, misunderstanding, confusion. Oh no, my football team has lost. I don't really have any real friends. I feel tired most of the time. I don't think anyone's ever truly loved me. Because I'm trying to make my home a temporary place. It's just like a shadow, a reflection, an upside down tree on ripples of water. But the fact that it's a reflection is interesting because it means there's some connection between the reflection and the actual object itself. Just like you can boil a potato here because you can boil a potato there. The concept of male and female exists here because there is a supreme form of male and female, namely Radha and Krishna. The only reason that we can create something here is because there is an original creator. So the closer I get to the reflection, the better something works. The more I understand what is being reflected, the more I can understand my current position in the reflection. There's an original form of refinement, there's an original form of beauty, there's an original form of cooking. All these things have their origin in the substance. Therefore, if you want something to function well here, then you can look to the original blueprint to see how it best functions, how it's supposed to be. So in other words, if we want to understand the creation, then it helps to understand the creator.